What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. I've got a new exclusive knife to show you guys today, but before we get into that, I gotta give a huge thank you to everyone who supported the original. We're talking about my collaboration with Ryan from Two Feathers Productions, and this right here was the original knife which we released like mid-winter last year. This right here is the 1/4" mini workhorse, and I was really trying to stick to Ryan's roots originally of making these super beefy, robust knives, and I really love this thing. To this day, I still carry a fixed blade all the time. I've been carrying the new one for quite a lot longer, but this is the original one that put me onto the fixed blade kick, and I absolutely love this thing. So Ryan made as many of these as possible with the sheaths included. Everything is done by hand. If you haven't seen how he makes these, I'll leave a link to the video of it right up here. So he made about 200 of these knives, as many as he possibly could to get them into the hands of you guys out there who wanted one. So gotta give a huge thank you to everyone who supported this project. Now, if you've been following along on my Instagram or over on his Instagram, you may have seen this release right here. This is a 3/16 version of the mini workhorse, and I've got a lot of use out of this thing. As you can tell, it is pretty worn and it's got some good patina on it. Absolutely love this knife as well. I really like the 1/4" version because it was sticking with his original roots and the knives that he was already designing, but this one is just a little bit thinner, which makes it a little bit better for regular EDC style tasks. Now, from the very beginning when we were designing the mini workhorses, I always had this one on the back of my mind, and Ryan made it happen. Completely custom knife was made, and I've been carrying this one pretty much all summer. There's a good chance that if I ran into you at any expos or public events or stuff like that, there's a good chance that I had this knife in my pocket, and I showed a lot of people. It actually showed up in one of my buddy's YouTube videos already, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard about this. You knew it was coming, and now is the day that it's finally here. So riding in my pocket over the last couple of months is this knife right here, which on the surface sort of looks like a mini workhorse, but this one is a little bit different. It's going to be right up a lot of people's alleys out there. This right here is another collaboration between myself and Two Feathers Productions, and we are calling this one the Mini Tack Horse. Now, this tactical version of the mini workhorse that you're looking at right now is a prototype. This is the one that I've been carrying and testing for basically all summer. I've had it in my pocket for months on end now, and I've gotten some great use out of it. The actual made-to-order production knives, which are releasing tomorrow morning, they're going to be a little bit different, so let me give you some of the specs. First up, we're looking at an overall length of 8 inches, a blade length of 3.5 inches, and a handle length of 4.5 inches. One of the things that we decided to change was the actual pommel of the handle just a little bit. So we extended the handle a little bit, the pommel sticks out of your hand just a little bit more, and that really fits into the whole tactical version of the mini tack horse. There's gonna be two different variants of the mini tack horse. The one that you're currently looking at is a 3/16 version made out of a 1095 steel. And for those of you who like the big beefy knives, we are also going to be releasing a 1/4" version in 5160, which is very similar to the original workhorse. So why the mini tack horse versus the mini workhorse? It really just comes down to personal preference. When it comes to an EDC blade, this is just going to be a knife that I have in my pocket that I open packages with. Sometimes I'll cut up food with. So a regular blade like this for me is generally fine. However, a lot of people out there carry blades for self-defense, so a knife like the tack horse, this is going to be a lot more beneficial. We have that Tonto point on there, which is going to be better for penetration, and the handle is going to be extended just a little bit more. That way you can use that pommel in any self-defense situations that may arise. With a regular grip or a reverse grip, this thing just feels right at home in your hand. Even the 3/16, which is a little bit slimmer than the 1/4", obviously. The contour of the G10 handle really fills up your hand, and this thing just feels awesome. I really wish I could just like put this in your hand so you guys could feel the quality of these knives. Now, because these blades and the included sheaths are all handmade, we're gonna be changing up the order system just a little bit. Originally, when the workhorses went up onto the site, we basically just offered them to everyone, and then you would have to kind of wait in batches. So Ryan pumped out as many batches as he could, but we don't really like that setup because then people who actually bought a blade, they're gonna be waiting for quite a while. So instead, we're gonna be doing these in small exclusive batches. These are a lot more time intensive to make because of the secondary bevel on the Tonto tip there. So because of that, there is a little bit of a price increase, but it's still relatively affordable in the grand scheme of a custom handmade knife. So starting tomorrow morning, there are just going to be 5 spots available for a 3/16 made to order custom mini tack horse. That does of course include the sheath with the ulti clip on there. This is exactly how I carry my knives in my pocket every single day, and they have not failed me yet. Once those 5 spots are filled, all of these knives will be made as ordered and then shipped to the customers. And then once all the knives are shipped out, there will be another batch released. So if you want to stay up to date with all of those batches and when they're coming out, make sure to follow me and Ryan over on Instagram, because we're going to be posting basically shop updates whenever some new blades become available. That being said, there's going to be a lot more than just the mini Workhorse over on the site. I believe Ryan has some custom bobs made up right now, which are going to be available for purchase. There may also be some regular Workhorses. If you guys missed the original drop of those, there may be some 1/4 inch, some 3/16. It really comes down to what materials we can source to actually produce these knives. So as of right now, everything is basically going to be on a made to order schedule, and whenever some product becomes available, they will be listed and you guys can get in on all the action. So if you're watching this video right when it goes live and you want to get in on the mini tack horse action, make sure you set an alarm for tomorrow. I believe they're going to be going up around 9 a.m. Eastern time, and I guarantee you the spots are going to fill up very quickly. So again, if you're looking for updates on when more become available, follow me on Instagram, follow Ryan on Instagram, and hopefully we'll be able to get you custom made knife in your hand sooner than later. Now, if you guys have any questions on the mini tack horse, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to answer anything as best as possible. And if you are new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. As always, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.